Good evening. I need to change a little time in the back. You're the one that I love. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Okay. Des, hello. Okay. Let me bring me in. Ooh, Jay. Call an order. An order. Yes. Yes, for sure. Exclamation mark. Right on time. Right on time. Right on time. Miyaki. Good day. Oh, so much love. Ruby. Right on time. Maybe I won't bring myself in quite yet. Maybe I will do this because it always needs to be done. You're a bop. You're boring, oppressive, and pee-pee obsessed. Ladies, when they tell you who they are, believe them. They love telling you right to your face exactly what they are. Look at this bop right here. Letting us know he's boring, oppressive, and pee-pee obsessed. Thanks, Bop. Do I like Shira 7? What is there to not like about Shira 7? You're the one that I know.
There was one specific moment when watching 28 years later.
Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's what she says. I say drizzle, drizzle. No, I don't. I say fizzle, fizzle. Fizzle, fizzle means we let them die off. Fizzle, fizzle is natural selection. Fizzle, fizzle is 4B. Fizzle, fizzle is block, delete, cleanse, remove. Epidemic of male loneliness is what they call the fizzle, fizzle. Na 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 na.
What about 3-month food? Don't you think?
Remember when the boys tried to take sprinkle, sprinkle and turned it into drizzle, drizzle, and I turned it into fizzle, fizzle, and I killed them all. I put them all 6 feet under.
Social media gets tricky for me personally is
Miyaki. It does to losers. I don't dispute that for a second. I 100% agree with you. You gotta be a loser to be controlling, insecure, stuck in the past, and pee-pee obsessed. We don't pick those people. We have preferences, and preferences definitely matter. Right? You move September 1st. I have court my oldest before I can leave. Okay. Miyagi. Okay, are you excited? How are you feeling? Miss Katie Cat. I'm putting some new TikToks up, some new Instagram posts up right now. Everything we were looking for. Hey, hello, Para. That's amazing. That's good. Rippa. She works hard for the money. Daily what? Your daily dose reminder. That's cute. Do it. Do it. Krista, hello. Hello. Let me put this little baby. Do work hard for the money. Up since 3:30. Yes, you do. Oh, thank you. Kitty cat. I'm putting up some new TikToks right now. Right now, 2 new TikToks. She wakes up for the money. Okay. So hard for the honey. Okay. I got 2 more inflatable coolers for the party this weekend. It's like little islands with a palm tree in the middle, and you put the ice and you put the drinks around the palm tree. That's kind of cute. Okay, watch your ears. I see dreads on. I see Bradley. I see Noah. Hello. Sissy. Hi. Look at this -1. Look at these boys. They have no self-respect. They come here so proud of being worth less than 0. They tell us right to our face they're worthless, right? Look what a worthless guy says. The worthless guy says, the more males a female's been with, the more she loses value. What this worthless guy is saying is, my belief is males have a less than 0 value. He's telling you to your face he's worth less than 0. Look at this. Ladies, if you're a 1 out of 10 and he's a 10, he's a 0 out of 10, you're still a 1. You're still a 1. He's not even a 0. He's a -1. Did you see the -1 using numbers? If I'm a 1 out of 10 and he's a -1, he reduces my value. Why are you so proud? Why you wave that flag? Look at me. I'm worth less than 0. I'm worthless. Answer the question. Why are you so proud? I know, Jen. Starting already? I'm thinking, what took them so long? Oh, can't control himself. He's got no self-respect. Look at that. No self-respect whatsoever. This 0 accountability loser doesn't take accountability for his own thoughts and emotions, right? Got no self-respect whatsoever. Calling himself a -1. What is wrong with these boys? They got no self-control, no self-respect. We bought a home, you bought. Des. These guys have no self-esteem, right? They have no self-esteem because when they think about other males, they put themselves below them. That's why they don't want comparison points, because they tell themselves, if she has comparison points, 4 bedroom, 2 bathroom, I love it. So listen, if you have comparison points, this is what he tells himself. This is how inadequate he is to himself. He says, if she compares me to 1, I fall short. I'm worse than 1. If she compares me to 2, I'm worse than 2. If she compares me to 4, I'm worse than 4. Get rid of these males who are afraid of comparison because they're telling you right then and there they are inadequate and they know it. Doesn't matter if a man has a lot of bodies. So are you able to think of a person and not be so shallow that you can't consider anything about them except for what's below the belly button, which is their genitalia? Is there anything more you can tell me about this person? Do they have these character traits? Yes or no? What's the answer? Chensum, yes or no? Do they have all those traits? Promoting indecent woman. Look at this dude. Dude, you're never going to get any of us. Don't worry about it. You're an instant block and delete for a woman who's looking for somebody with a healthy mindset. A healthy mindset. That's not you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about what I'm teaching, okay? Don't worry about the fact that I teach women that body count doesn't matter. No matter how many people they did, it doesn't interfere with them choosing the right person for a long-term relationship by swift and rapid removal of the wrong person the moment she realizes he ain't the one. Don't worry about us. Don't worry about what we're learning. Don't worry about what we're learning to get rid of abuse of people. Block you. I'm going to mute you and make you suffer in silence because I don't do the work for you, Mr. Baby Boy who sits on the floor after he poops his own pants and cries for a woman to make him feel better because he chooses situations he doesn't like by putting himself here and then crying about where he put himself because he wants women to make him feel better. Big Baby Boy is still waiting for the bottle. Hey, still waiting for women to do the work. I'm just going to make you suffer in silence. Chanson, what's the answer? Most players have all these characteristic traits. Is that what you're saying? Well, I didn't say player. So if they're a player, right? Present tense, that's not what I'm looking for. So that would be an elimination because they don't meet my preferences. Hi, user. Hi. That's it, ladies. They call it emasculating when you don't pick losers anymore. Hi. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I do think it matters.
Oh, you wanted to talk about the debate topic. So I'm not here to.
Oh, wait, what were you guys talking about?
Sorry, I can't hear what I'm saying. So you came here to talk about the debate topic. So I am only addressing this in a factual or scientific way, not an individualized way. Because, for example, just because you might think spinach is yucky and you might feel like you never want to eat spinach again, does that mean everybody else in the world should stop eating spinach? Yes or no?
No, yeah, we can go
No,
with that.
exactly.
Yeah.
So we're not going to talk about your thoughts, your feelings, your opinions, or experience because you're not the topic. But if you
That's
can
fine.
use this in a factual or scientific way, we can have the discussion. A factual way would be like this. Would you agree this is a toothbrush?
Yeah.
So that would be a fact, something outside of you and I that is readily agreed upon on site because it is so obvious. And the other way is scientific. If you wanted to bring a scientific study like statistics, biology, sociology, psychology, I need to know where you read the science you want to present. Hi, Diane. And I need to go find what you read before you say it out loud to ensure there's no amplification of lies, fear-mongering, or disinformation. So for that, I need title of the peer-reviewed study, website you read it on, the page number and paragraph number where you found the words you want to present, and then I'll go find them, and then you can say them out loud. Is that fair?
I'll say, when it comes to like philosophy and like talking about
It's
this
not
through
a
a philosophical
philosophy.
lens.
So I told you in the beginning that we can talk about this in a factual or scientific way. I have 3 facts why body count does not matter to the people who practice logic and stick to facts. Do you have any facts or science to present for this topic?
Can I ask you what those facts are? Because I don't think I've ever heard them.
Thank you.
I'm pretty.
Yes. So,
Uh,
number one, if a woman was looking for a long term relationship and she wanted somebody with all of these qualities, no less, would she need to observe someone over time to see if they have all of these qualities, yes or no?
okay, but I can kind of say the same thing you
Is
were
it
saying.
yes or no? We're going to do the three facts and then you can take over and say what you want to say if we can do that.
I
Yes?
would I would say no.
So number one, so if somebody's looking for a long-term relationship, they want the other person to have all these qualities because they define themselves to know what they deserve and they're not going to settle for less. How would they find out if the person has all of these qualities as a fact? How would they do that? Would they have to spend time with them, observing their behaviors?
Yes.
Yes. Number two, if a man was looking for a long term relationship and he wanted somebody with all of these qualities, no less, would he need to observe someone's behaviors over time to see if they have all of these qualities? Yes or no?
From looking over them, some of them, yeah, I would say some of them,
Well,
not all of them.
all of them, because the person in question doesn't want to settle. The man in question doesn't want to settle for somebody who brings less to the table than he does. For example, he brings generous. She's missing generous. That's not his selection. He brings work ethic. She's missing work ethic. That's not his selection. So
Okay,
so if
can I
he's looking
respond to
for
this,
all
please?
of that, if he's looking for all of this before committing, does he need to spend time with the person, observing them to find out if they're this person?
I would say no, and can I explain myself why?
How do you
Hold on.
know?
It doesn't, you're getting caught up on the individual qualities. It doesn't matter what the qualities are. You can insert your own qualities. Whatever qualities you are looking for in a person, in a partner, would it be a fact that in order to understand if that person has those qualities, would you need to spend time with them to understand if they have those qualities? Would you need
N-
to observe their patterns of
No,
behavior over time?
and no, and let me explain why. Because there's a lot of things, especially like
So
somebody's past, you don't need
how
to
do you
spend
find
time with
out
them.
if somebody has work ethic if you don't observe them going to work and not trying to ditch work and taking
You
overtime
can see from their
because
past.
they have work ethic? How do you find out without spending time with them?
You can know a lot about somebody from not spending time with them. Like,
How? I'm asking you how. I'm asking for how.
what do you mean how?
You
By
seem to be so smart that you can
I
know
never said I was
things
smart.
like work ethic without spending time. And I'm asking you, the smart person,
Okay,
how?
okay, you can see what kind of projects they've done if or how they live their
That's what
life.
he
You don't
said.
have to
He
spend
could
time
said
with them.
he built the house, but I didn't see him build the house. So you want women to take what males say at face value when he says he built that shed, but he didn't. Somebody else did. You want women to just believe what people say without taking the time to see if what they say is the truth. Is that what you're saying?
That's not at all what I said.
No? Well, then how would somebody find out? How
No,
would
you're
she
putting words in my
find
mouth.
out? Would she not have to spend time? Would you not have to spend time to see if what they said is actually true?
No, and can I
No?
explain
How
why
then?
without you?
How? I need to know
I'm okay. I'm
how.
trying to explain, and I'm gonna give you.
Hold on. We need to take a breather. We need to take a breather.
Disingenuous.
Yeah,
Disingenuous.
yeah. All right.
You can. You won't even let me explain.
Because there's nothing to explain. Let me ask you this: if I want to be with somebody, funny's on the list. If I want someone who has a good sense of humor, how do I find out if they have a good sense of humor? How do I find out if our sense of humor is compatible? You can unmute now. I just said you can unmute.
Okay, you're asking me questions. Like I want to get back to the main topic,
No, I
the
just asked.
body count.
Let me ask you. This is on the main topic. I'm asking you. This is a quality I'm looking for in somebody. I want to make sure that we have a compatible sense of humor. How do I know if they have a compatible sense of humor?
Yes, for that you would have to spend time, of course, but not everything you would have to spend time to understand
But we're
somebody.
picking the
So
whole
let me. Can I
person.
just?
We're
Can I just
picking the
go?
whole person. We're picking all of it. So to have all of it, you have to spend time with the person?
Not for all of them. That's what I'm trying to
No, no,
get
no,
at.
no. We're picking
I have a
all.
question. I have a
Yes.
question.
Yeah. Fuck.
So, user, how like how do you know that the person I again we're not quite clear on how I think you said work ethic, like look at what people's they've done, like their projects, which doesn't make any sense. But how would you know how a person was a year ago to figure out who they are today? So first of all, how are you getting that information if you don't want to spend time to get to know them in the present? How are you finding out who they were in the past? And then how do you not understand that somebody might be today different than who they were a year ago?
Okay, so can I explain my viewpoint on that without
Well,
anybody
I'd like you to answer
butting
my
in?
question.
Yeah, I'm going to explain. I'm going to answer it
Then
with an
do it.
explanation.
Then do it.
So some things, yeah, you do need to spend time with somebody. But for instance, let me give you an example. If I know
No,
some,
answer my specific question. How do you find out who and what somebody was a year ago?
yeah, you ask them about it.
Oh, so you have to spend time with them in order to ask them about it, but you'd rather ask them about the past than the present?
No, no, I think you're misunderstanding what I'm trying to say.
No, I think you
Let me,
just don't make sense.
because you're not allowing me to give you examples. You just keep butting in and telling me to answer your questions
Okay, give me
without.
an example. Give me an
Okay,
example.
so if I meet someone, a girl, and I find out they have done OnlyFans for the past 3 years, I don't need to know anything else about them to know where their values are. Do you see my point? You don't really need
No, I
to
don't see your
talk to some.
point because all you're showing us, you're proving her point, which is that you're judgmental and you're toxic
I
and
am
you're not
judgmental,
willing
and
to
I think
get to know
everybody is
somebody
judgmental.
in the present. You're not willing to get to know somebody in the present
And if
to
if
find out who they
And
are. And you're making up all of these lies and stories and assumptions in your head based on what they did 3 years ago. It's ridiculous. You're just proving the point and you're not answering any questions.
he said I am judgmental.
as well.
That I am judgmental. I am judgmental. He said that. Now, here's the thing, ladies. This is the guy who came here to say body count matters. He owns that he is judgmental. Do you know what judgmental is? He's going to make up a story and judge the story in his imagination about you. And then if his story is incorrect, that doesn't matter. He has passed a judgment. So if his made up story is incorrect, it doesn't matter. You will protest, but he's believing his made up story. User, I want you to answer a question for me. I want you to tell me the definition of the word assumption. Can you give me the definition of the word assumption? Oh, I'm doing wonderful things.
Yeah,
What's the
like
definition?
assuming something to be true.
What is assuming? What's the definition of assuming?
You can't use the
Word
word
that
in
you're
the
defining
definition.
in
Okay.
the definition.
All right.
This
I
is
don't.
American education.
Yeah. Can I be honest about something?
Oh,
Sure.
Because when going back to the me saying I'm judgmental thing, I think everybody's judgmental.
Listen.
For instance, let me give another example. Because
Listen, you're boring. You're so boring. By the way, ladies, this is what a gaslighter does. You ask them a question and they want to switch over to another topic. He ran away or somebody took him out. What just happened?
I dropped him.
Okay. So this is what a gaslighter does. This is what a liar does. This is what a manipulator does. Basically, they don't want to acknowledge reality. They don't want to acknowledge every time I said we're looking for the whole person, everything in its entirety. You're not going to know all of them. Some of them you will know. Like he just didn't want to hear anything you wanted to say. Did you notice the lack of communication skills? Did you notice the lack of understanding? Very obtuse, very thick. That's because of the lying, the manipulation, the gaslighting. He's trying to cope with all the stories he's telling himself, trying to get you to believe all the stories he tells himself. But the stories he tells himself are made up stories and he believes them without any evidence. So what does that make him? Chat, what is the answer? What does that make somebody who makes up stories, believes their own made up stories, gives themselves emotions over their stories, believes it entirely without any proof whatsoever? What does it make that person?
He's doing it right now in the chat. He's doing it right now. He said, "Stay single. Stay single, woman."
Yeah, he's angry because we reject him, because he's not what we prefer. Look at how much he fails to be what we prefer, fails to communicate properly, doesn't listen at all, fails to understand, super thick and dumb, fails to have an open mind. I'm not going to learn anything. I'm not going to learn anything. I'm just going to sit here. I'm just going to keep repeating all the things that's in my head. The assumptions he makes up. What does that make him, my love? It is mentally ill. You need to immediately block and delete these mentally ill people because they will drag you down to their depths of mental illness. Remember, where you look is where you go. The cope is wild. These mentally ill boys think we're going to choose them. They get the block and delete for being a failure. We didn't write mentally ill on our list. These guys can't cope with the fact that they're just not what we want. They're instant block and deletes because no woman is picking abusive anymore. They're instant block and deletes because no woman is picking thick in the head anymore. Lazy. No woman is picking a male that takes zero accountability for his own thoughts and emotions. No woman is picking a male that thinks accountability is kryptonite to him because he's one of these. What do you mean I got to deal with my own imagination and feelings? No, you have to have a low body count before you meet me. You have to give me loyalty because I'm not what you want. You have to pick me. If I couldn't tell you how many people I could sleep with in the past, I could tell you how to pick somebody short and broke. That's how delusional and mentally ill they are. Listen to them talk. Listen to them call themselves out. Listen to them tell you straight to your face exactly who you are. Keep watching. I will show you. When they type the little words, I will show exactly what they're telling you they are. All right. Oh, it does matter. A loser. Yes. Go on, Diane.
I muted him anyway because he shouldn't have any oxygen in here.
It does matter to somebody controlling, insecure, stuck in the past, and PP obsessed, but we don't pick those people. We block and delete them because they are not what we prefer. We prefer honest, respectful, loyal, not controlling, insecure, stuck in the past, shoves me aside because he wants to hear about boys. He's a ran-through male, looks at me, thinks about boys' peepees. He's got no self-control. Every time he looks at a female, he thinks about male genitalia because he's a ran-through male with zero self-control. Hi, Brick Guy.
Hey Chantel, this is my second time being up since you started doing the lives on TikTok, so I just wanted to kind of get that disclaimer straight out there and to say if it's not misogynistic, you look beautiful today, radiant and glorious, and I love your content. Really engaging, really fascinating, and the intellectual element to it really helps me unpack and gives me a lot of food for thought. So thank you on behalf of myself and I suppose a lot of other people for all your incredible insights.
You're welcome. What can I do for you?
I did want to say something a little bit controversial. It's not intellectual. I don't have a study in front of me. So I know you're probably thinking, oh God, what's gonna come out of his mouth here? And I feel like it might be the elephant in the room. And I've been in, apart from being up on the panel once and speaking as a guest, and you and I had a very amicable, very wonderful conversation at the time. I did just want to kind of get something off my chest, and I hope it's not problematic. But is it just me, or if a woman has a high body count, by extension, she has more experience? If she has more experience, you're going to have a better intimate experience.
Wrong.
If you have a better...
Wrong.
No? Okay.
My husband has a body count of 2 before me. I was number 3. Would you consider that high or low?
Low.
And my husband is the best lover I've ever had in my entire life. It's never about the number. It's
Okay.
always about the character traits that the person brings. Do you know what makes a good lover? Do you know what makes a good lover?
I can tell you what I think makes a good lover.
Right.
Respect, intimacy, compromise,
No.
and loyalty.
Wrong.
Okay.
Communication skills. The desire
Oh,
to
I would have put that as well. I would say
Listen, why are you
communication
talking
skills
when
is
I'm
number
talking?
one,
I'm
Chantel.
more interesting than you. You need to stop when I start.
I'm so sorry.
Communication skills, the desire to listen when we talk, to understand, to
Yeah.
understand what makes us happy because they respect our individuality and bodies. Work ethic, meaning when they set out to do something, they do it until it's done. Conscientiousness, meaning when they get to doing something, they do the job right. When you take
Yeah.
all of those qualities, communication, understanding, respect, work ethic, and conscientiousness, that is a good lover. It is never about the number of people somebody did or did not do. Somebody could have a high body count and be a dead fish in bed.
Yeah, that's a really good point. So first of all, I interrupted you while you were going through that list, and I sincerely apologize. That was extremely rude, and I didn't realize you were still talking. So please accept my apology. Um, a couple of the points that you covered off, I did actually talk about there. I mentioned engagement, so by that I meant communication skills, which is the number one thing. Work ethic, I'd never actually considered. That's a really interesting point because I suppose if you both have the same energy level, in both senses of
So, do you have a question for me, my love? I don't want to lose my audience while you're here.
oh yeah, I'm probably boring the hell out of everyone.
Well, you're just kind of repeating what I said, and you're just
Yeah,
speaking
yeah.
out loud, but this is not a therapy session.
No. I appreciate that, and yeah, that's my second apology. Sorry. My question would be this: of all of the individual character traits which you've been so kind during this live and previous lives to point out to me and to other people who have come up, and as somebody from the United Kingdom who is maybe culturally a little bit different in terms of how we approach intimacy and how we approach relationships. I might be wrong about that, I'm not sure. But what would you say of all of those different characteristics, communications, work ethic, etc.? Which one would you identify as the most important? The one that you cannot compromise, that you can't the one that you must have under all circumstances?
Um, like in terms of this list,
Yes, mom.
all of it, there's not a single thing that I would do without. Think about that. Which one,
Okay.
which one would you be okay doing without?
Would you just hold it there for 1 second, Chantel, so I can
Yeah, I just wanted to bring it
um
close enough for you to read, and then
patient, responsible, understanding, values, goals, funny. Yeah, women love funny, thoughtful, work ethic. Empathetic is vital. Ambitious. Do you think all women appreciate an ambitious man?
No, like some women want to work 9 to 5 no more and would love to have a partner who works 9 to 5 no more. You can't
Agree.
use the word all, everybody, all the time, never.
Yeah,
Those words are so absolute. They exclude reality.
yeah.
It's her that she defined herself. She made that list, defined herself, and she found a partner, her husband, who is all of that and more. So if he wasn't all of that, at least, right, at least everything on that list, if he didn't bring all of that to
Yeah.
match her, she would still be single. She would not be with him because she would
Oh,
rather
yeah,
be with somebody who can uh match her energy, so to speak,
yeah,
than somebody
yeah.
she has to try and lift up.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
use the word
thank you for that, Ripple. I'm sorry, Chantal. I think you were about to speak, and I was going to interrupt you again, which would be terrible.
you use the word compromise, and when you what you're asking is for women to compromise their happiness, because if you ask us to list who we are, which we should do to pick who we deserve, and you ask us to compromise who we are, in other words, pick somebody who brings less than we do, you're asking us to compromise our happiness, because if I take one thing off this list, I'm compromising my happiness. I'll be random. If I take generous off this
Yeah,
list, I'm with somebody who lacks generosity. That sucks for me because I love abundance of generosity instead of tit for tat and
yeah,
storekeeping.
yeah. Okay, one more question. If you could give me the grace to just, it's a quick one. So and it kind of follows on from the answer that you've just given, so it's relevant. Um, you were talking about those things from the perspective, and Ripple, by the way, if I'm saying your name correctly, thank you very much for your contribution as well. I listened to that intently, and it made total sense to me. So thank you for that. My question's this. You listed those different character traits, and you went through them very um, uh, succinctly and in a way that was really easy to kind of understand and relate to. Do you think all those character traits are ubiquitous to both men and women in terms of things to aspire towards, or just women?
We should aspire to what we bring. So not everybody is this list. Everybody's going to make their own list when they follow my methodology to
Yeah,
pick the right person, their match for a long-term relationship. So when people do the work and write their lists, then they know what to select.
sure, sure. And so just to be clear then, in answering my question, you're saying yes, that applies to both men and women.
Everything I say goes both ways. This is
Yeah.
a dating book for men. Right.
Okay. Okay. Ah, yeah. I saw you actually bring that up. I think can I get that on Amazon?
Yes, you can. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to buy it.
Okay.
Brilliant.
I have 2 books for men, my love. This is the other one. This is the
Fix
relationship book for men.
fix that SHIT. And would you mind just pulling up the other one again? I'll make a note of it.
Right here.
The perfect play and yep, got it. I've got a screenshot. Yep. Brilliant. Okay, I'll take a look at those, because I find that not only do you say very insightful and educational things, I find that you're an extremely unique and interesting person as well. So I really appreciate your perspectives and the different ideas and stances that you approach these quite sensitive subjects with. It's really useful and really beneficial. So, I thank you so much, Chantel, and thank you for your time today. And I'll definitely be buying those 2 books.
You're welcome. Let me know what you think when you start reading them, okay?
Oh, I
So,
will. I'll come back. Yeah,
yes,
if I may, I'd love
of
to come
course.
back and say,
Yes, you know me, I'm consistent. So my live streams are now at 6 p.m. Eastern time for minimum 2 hours. Link in bio if you ever need to find where I am.
I'll do exactly that. You take care of yourself, stay fit, stay healthy, stay hydrated, and keep fighting the good fight. You're wonderful.
Thank you, my love. See you
Take
soon.
care.
Bye.
Bye bye.
6 p.m. is the new time. Noted. 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 You thought we were on bonus time for minute prayers? Hello. Hello, my loves. Hello, my loves. Listen, sometimes when you're fishing, it's a big tuna, okay? Take some time. So, ladies, there's certain words in the English language that need to be removed because they are inserted for the sake of dysfunction. Compromise is one of those words. We replace compromise with a negotiation because compromise is win-lose. We don't win-lose, we win-win. Promiscuity is another one of those words. It is designed to shame what is actually consensual sexual history. So we negate the word promiscuity. We don't let people use that word. We insist they use the proper terminology, which is consensual sexual history. You're welcome, sir. Very generous of you. Can't wait to read your books. Can't wait for you to read my books and come back and give me feedback. I would like some honest feedback. Oh, speaking of, is there anybody who's read any of my books lately but has not yet left a review on Amazon? Hello. Hello, chosen one. Hello. Anybody? Stupid walkthrough. No, exactly. We were safe and we were not unfaithful. Lovelies, welcome. My name is Chantal Hyde. If you Google who's Canada's best dating coach, you might see my name. I wrote 11 books on dating and relationships. I catch you where you are. I lift you up from there. You can get my paperbacks on Amazon. I've got ebook bundle deals, audio books. I'm going to do a book walk through you guys, see which one's right for you. Comeback Queen helps you heal faster from a breakup or divorce. No More Assholes is the women's dating book, teaching them observation before selection. No more picking the wrong ones equals no more mistakes equals no more suffering. So we got No More Assholes in English and No More Assholes in Spanish, and it's also an audiobook. Men's dating book is The Perfect Play, teaching them to heal from a breakup and select the right long-term partner. For the teens, we have Dating 101. This is the textbook we should have read in high school in sex ed, so make sure you get this to them. And they will understand how to not be coerced or pressured into something they're not ready for. Do that book in other languages. I don't have plans for that yet. I want to do more audiobooks first. Fake Love Need Not Apply, how to identify and safely remove posers, losers, scammers, and predators. After the first kiss, make your new relationship rock solid from day one by avoiding pitfalls and self-sabotage. Make your relationship fight-free with Fix That Shit. The white one is Fix That Shit for women, and then we also have Fix That Shit for men. This is going to teach you communication skills and conflict resolution skills. Hello, Shay. I took your advice from the last time we spoke and broke up with him. Woo! Wait, hold up. Hold up, what? Hold up. We got your freedom bell. Well done, my love. Love this. Shay, did you block? How did you break up? Was it an easy breakup? Did you block? These books are for your mental health, emotional well-being. Globe Journal is a 60-day guided journey of writing and doing that biohacks your brain structure, elevates your self-esteem at an expedited pace. Custom Made is career coaching. You're going to identify and monetize your purpose, passion, and talent. Say Yes to Goodness, 10 Steps for a Complete Happy You is going to help you elevate your happiness in 10 separate areas of your life that affect you mentally and emotionally. And then we have these beautiful big workbooks with bonus material. Yes, he is blocked. Woo! Yes. She put the period. Period. Don't want this anymore. Period. Well done. Yes, left for a trip. No contact. Well done. How do you feel? Fix That Shit for Women workbook. Fix That Shit for Men workbook. Good guy. Is it possible to be friends with an ex-partner after breakup? Everything is possible. I feel so free. That's why we ring the freedom bell. We celebrate. Love this. I'm Marie. No More Assholes workbook. Bonus material. Guys. Love this, Shay. Well done, my love. Well done. Well done, Grasshopper. Okay, do you have no more assholes? Shay, do you have no more assholes? I'm so happy. Love this. Oh, I guess I should maybe bring my phone with me too. I've been meaning to get it. Okay. I really feel paperback is always the best way to have no more assholes because the 12 character traits create a really great reference point. I do write the chapters to make it really easy to go back and find stuff. So do you think you're going to grab the paperback, my love? Or the audiobook or the ebook? do you have advice on talking to my daughter about her abusive boyfriend? Yes, like a tone check, 100%. So, are you able to come and chat with me? So, can we like talk? Can you come in my talkie box? Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm good. Just 1 second. I'm about to put a big slab of salmon. Oh my god, this is massive. Jesus Christ, what am I thinking? All right, give me a second here. This is messy. This is messy.
I'm useless, but not for long, because the future. Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm at a Carl's Jr. right now.
Okay, so what can I do for you, my love?
Well, that's basically it. She's in an abusive relationship. The guy's got his tendrils in her, and we have a lot of distance between us. I'm in California, she's in Alaska. So he has her, kind of isolated from the family. And when I found out about it, about his abuse, and it's both physical, it's every way. He has her mentally, verbally, and so when I found out about it, of course, I rage and I want to. I talked to her, but I've caught myself a number of times, saying the things that just puts her on a defensive, and it doesn't help. You understand? So I just, it's a hard situation.
How often do you talk to her?
Not that often, really. My wife, it's my stepdaughter, and my wife speaks to her daily,
Okay.
and so
We're gonna go through your wife. Yes, good. We're gonna go through
yeah,
your wife.
yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So, is your wife around? Is she close to you right now, or is it just you right now?
No, she's actually visiting Rihanna. She's visiting my daughter now, so she's in Alaska, and she found out last night about this, and she told me today, and I was like, oh, so.
And what brought you here? Like, are you a regular watcher of mine, or is this happenstance?
I saw you for the first time yesterday, and then I found out about her that later that evening actually. So, yeah.
Do you have pen and paper?
Do I what? I'm sorry.
Do you have pen and paper? I want.
What is that?
Do you have pen? Something to.
Oh, pen and paper. I'm sorry. I didn't. No, I don't have anything on me.
I want to give you step-by-step instructions, and I want you to write them down so that you actually do them because you don't forget them.
Gotcha. I'll take notes on my phone. I can do that.
Okay. So I'm going to explain what you're going to do, and then I'm going to give you the instructions. Okay?
Gotcha. Yes.
So what you're going.
Before you start, Chantel, so just realize if you go off the app to make notes, if you talk to us, like she won't hear you. So I just want you to know that. If you can't
Okay.
see us, we won't be able
Right.
to hear you.
Gotcha. What I'll do is I'm pretty good at memorizing, and I'll just as soon as we're done, I'll write things down. So I appreciate that. Yeah.
No. Just make your note and then come back. When you come back, I'll see that you're back, and then
Okay.
I'll say the next thing.
You can
Gotcha.
write and listen at the same time. Like you'll still be able to hear her, but if you talk while you're writing, we're not gonna be able to hear you.
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay.
Okay, so what really helps people to see is quantifying something. So we're gonna turn it into a quantifiable, like she can see in numbers exactly what she has because we quantified it. Now, in my dating book for men and women, for people basically, are 12 character traits. This is how we quantify if somebody has their head in the right place, making the right decisions. So it's things like, does he try to control your time or money? Does he take on additional work to get ahead further faster? Is he financially responsible? Does he keep ego strokes around? So 12 character traits that has somebody thinking, what do I want? And comparing the person to what we understand we actually want. And we all want the 12 character traits. So when you quantify, when you go through the 12 character traits with somebody and you say, okay, so here's one of the character traits. Does he have it or does he not? And then you give him a point for having it, but no point if he doesn't, which means at the end of it, he's got a score out of 12. And if he's a 2 out of 12, a 5 out of 12, an 8 out of 12, no matter what it is, you go, don't you want a 12 out of 12? And she goes, yes, I do. And you say, you'll never get a 12 out of 12 as long as you hold on to an 8.
Mm-hmm. Got you. Following.
So what you need to do is you need to get a copy of No More Assholes and get it delivered.
I will.
Because your wife she's talking to your daughter, so get it delivered to you so that your wife has access to this. And get your wife to do the 12 character traits with your daughter.
And so
Well,
is
quick-
that an electric or PDF kind of a book, or
So
when you
ebook,
buy it off?
paperback on Amazon.
Okay.
Paperback on
Quick-
Amazon is the best way.
Quick question: how long is your wife going to be in Alaska for?
Just till this Friday.
Okay.
So a few more days. Yeah.
So quantify it. So
Right.
getting this book, you go straight to chapter 37, and your wife is going to go through the 12 character traits with your daughter. And then your daughter will see in number what kind of situation she got herself in. It's not woo-woo anymore. It's not hoping. It's eyes wide open. Look what he's
Yes.
missing.
Exactly. Yeah, it's beautiful because it's a roadmap at this point.
So
Yeah.
once you've quantified, she now has the book to make sure she's not going to pick another one of these again. So now
Absolutely.
this book becomes a gift to her.
I will do.
Now, another thing that you might want to add to your Amazon cart is this one here. This is Comeback Queen. This helps people heal faster after a breakup. So this combination is really powerful because you start with this 12 character traits. She sees that she's not with what she wants, but she can heal faster from breaking up with him because a lot of us fear the pain of a breakup. So if you say to her, you know, look, now that we see what it is, I want you to understand healing is going to be a lot easier than you think it is when you do what's in here. And I make it super easy.
Right. Absolutely. So then, and the beauty of it too is that she can just give her the ebooks, and then my daughter won't have to a physical thing that she'll be holding, and then this guy can see it, right? Stumble upon it. So this is good. She can keep it on her phone and look through it, and yeah. All right. Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're
I
welcome.
really do. 'Cause, yeah, I'll get those both books tonight. Yeah, right now.
And listen, I hold this space so you can come back and give me feedback. Like, maybe you had the conversation, but it went sideways. You're like, what do we do now? Or
Right.
she's on board, but what do we do now? How can we help her more? Or even just good news, right? It's just I hold this space for whatever you need to come and say.
All right. Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Anytime.
I'll drop, but I'm still watching you guys.
Okay. All right. Bye, lovely.
How do I drop?
Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
There you go. W color, Krista, yes. So, for which gender? For both genders, what matters more than who you did or did not do is who you are. Anybody who disputes that wants to practice misdirection. Don't look at who I am. No, don't look at who I am. We got to look at who you did, but don't look at who I am. We got to look at who you did. Don't look at who I am. You're going to see what I'm missing. We got to look at who you did. That's called misdirection. Smart women don't fall for misdirection. You're welcome. Okay, Jazz? Okay? We don't fall for manipulation. Don't look at who I am. I don't want you to look at who I am. We gotta talk about who you did. Right? That's the manipulation. Okay? You know what is not manipulation? People who go, show me who you are. I'm looking for the discrepancies between what you say and what you do. That's not manipulation at all, right? We're not asking, tell me how many people you did. We're saying, show me who you are, because we are not manipulators. Why is this the main issue? Because I teach women to not pick manipulators. Because I teach women to not pick manipulators. I teach women to not fall for the game. Don't look at who I am. Let's talk about who you did. That's a game. I teach women to not fall for those game players. I teach women to say, no. I'm looking at you. I'm examining you. I'm not asking who you did as though that informs you on who you are. I'm looking at you.
And this opens the floor to much bigger conversations. And it shows it gives Chantel a lot of good teaching tools. There's a lot of guys specifically, sometimes girls too, that come in the chat and they display the toxicity that she speaks about, and you can see it in real time. And so it gives you a good example. Pogo, then go be with a man. If women are so awful, go be with a man then. Don't worry, I'll have all the women.
That's right. Ripple can't have them all.
I mean, don't put a damper on my dreams.
I was like, why is she placing limitations on Ripple? What?
Chantel, do you not want me to have them all?
You can have all the women you want, my love. Listen, I'll be your wing woman. Yes, women turn 21 every day. That's why I wrote Dating 101. Look at this dude. Ladies, did you see this guy? He's not gonna get our younger ones, because I teach our younger ones. Because the parents are buying this book. The parents don't want their teens growing up into women who are victimized by predators, so they're getting their teens this book. You know those 21-year-olds you're talking about? They're reading this book. They see you coming from a mile away. They block and delete you on sight. Look at these fake losers. When it does matter, says the fake loser. You listen, you gotta be super insecure to like not want to be looked at, but you need to talk about a woman's body count, right? Ladies, what's he missing? What's he missing? I'll tell you 4 things he's missing right away. This guy who thinks body count matters doesn't want you to look at him because he's a failure and he knows it. Check where he fails. He fails to listen when he talks, not interested. He wants to talk about how many people you did. He doesn't have an open mind, thinks he knows everything already, doesn't get anything through his dense skull because he doesn't want to understand anything because he lacks respect for women's bodies and individuality. He's a failure. That's why he wants you to think body count matters, because he knows he's a failure. Look at them coming in just to show you how much they're failures.
It's okay to sleep around. You can have sex with whoever you want, however often you want. Like
But not
it's not.
but not with that loser though. Not that one though.
Yeah, no, no, no. But like it's I wish you could see, dude, how you don't get to decide for other people what they do with their bodies. It's none of your fucking business.
But he is telling you to never have sex with him though, because he thinks a woman's body is disgusting. So don't ever do him. Whatever you do, don't do him. Nobody needs to convince you of anything. You're not my demographic. I teach women how to not pick the wrong person for a long-term relationship.
Is toxic, right? It's not wrong because it's different from ours. It's wrong and toxic because of what it is that you think, right? You think that women should be suppressed and repressed and not use their bodies the way they want to. Like that's fucked up.
Yeah. But thank you for showing us your mental illness so that we can avoid you instead of committing and suffering.
Encouraging sleeping around. She's just saying bodily autonomy matters most. How many people someone decides to sleep with consensually is none of your business. That's what she's saying. It's none of your business. And why do you care? Why do you care how much sex other people are having? Are you jealous?
Yes.
And so
100%, because misery loves company. Look at all my rejections that I'm trying to turn into a flex by saying body count matters. I want you to reduce yourself to my level. You can't surpass me in experiences and be more accomplished than me and less rejected than me and more wanted than me, because I don't feel special unless you've reduced yourself to my low level. Body count doesn't matter, no matter how high, no matter how low. My husband never hooked up at a body count of 2 before me. It never mattered to him because he's confident. A confident man never cares about who you did before him, ladies. These losers can't cope with the truth. These insecure Karens with balls because they're too weak to keep their fucking, what is it? What's eggs? What's the egg sac? Fallopian tubes, end of that. What is that called? Ovaries. Look, bro, you're too weak to keep your ovaries and vagina inside your body. Don't call me a Karen. You're the weakling. You're the weakling. Don't come here and think you're going to have any kind of an effect on women like us. All we do is block and delete losers. Block, delete, cleanse, remove. This guy here, women's bodies are disgusting. Block, delete, cleanse, remove. See
I
that?
think it's wild that Toronto 47 wants to bring up little girls when we're talking about adult activities. We're talking about adults having consensual sex, and he wants to address kids on this app, little girls. So you want to try to control children's bodily autonomy now? Trying to control women's bodily autonomy wasn't enough for you. Now you want to control the bodily autonomy of a child? That's weird, my guy. Oh, did you block him?
Which one?
Oh, or I guess someone muted him.
I don't know. I got rid of a couple. It was time to do some cleaning. These guys thought they had some kind of space here, and they don't. Borderline, it is. Purity culture is nothing but toxic. Nothing but toxic. It leads to higher rates of STDs and unwanted pregnancies. Yes, debate, facts or science. I'm ready. I've been waiting since August 2024 for facts or science. Do you have? Are you ready? What's his name? Steve-O. Facts or science? What do you have? Which one?
He says, what does it matter if it matters to some and it doesn't? We're saying it doesn't matter. We know that it matters to some people. We're actually warning people against those ones because it's a toxic way to think, right?
Who said, what does it matter? What's his name? Landry?
Yeah,
What
Landry.
does it matter if we block the people who think body count matters? What does it matter if we block them? I need to see an answer from you. Derek, what does it matter if we block them because they don't meet our preferences? We don't want them. What does it matter? It doesn't, exactly. So stop running around the internet saying body count definitely matters as though we're supposed to be listening and caring. It doesn't matter. We just block you. Do you understand? Landry, what is your answer? Derek, what's your answer to what I just said?
Sam, I'm going to need you to speak for yourself. Not everyone here wants men. If you want men, that's fine. Go have men.
Do you know who says body
Also,
count?
you
A bop. Boring, oppressive, PP obsessed bop. Go on, Diane. You understand? Good.
Hey, Sam also doesn't represent men, right? You're not a man, and you do not represent men. We listen. I'm older than you, I'm sure. You're gonna call me an old hag. I'm washed up and dried up and all of that stuff. I'm used up because I'm wire pulled age of 52. But in my 52 years, nobody has ever asked me my body count, nor have I ever asked anybody their body count because it simply doesn't matter. I've met a lot of men, and none of them have ever asked or cared. Okay, so you do not represent men.
Listen, nobody wants a short dick man. So if he asks you what your body count is, instantly block and delete him because size matters.
The salvage title. He has a car kink. Diane, you've been rode hard and hung up to dry.
Hard enough, you know.
Not hard enough.
Your isn't control, it's history of your action. You're struggling with the word your. You used it improperly 2 times. Reverse. I don't know if you even meant to use it the first time. Anatar, I'm gonna need you. I think you just had a stroke mid-sentence.
Toxic lady, you can think we're toxic all you want. We don't care. Do you know why? Because we're indifferent. We're indifferent. We don't care what you think. We don't care what you feel. We're just happily going about our lives, blocking and deleting people who don't meet us at our level. That's all.
They're having meltdowns. Sam's having a meltdown now.
Cool.
So your mommy late with your dinner? Is that why you're angry?
Oh, okay. That explains it. Somebody needs a snack. A snack in a bottle. This is a very big salmon. Can I tell you? Can I tell you? Should you say?
This apparently.
Oh yes, because
We're narcissists because we say women should have bodily autonomy. Wow.
it's because we don't pick losers, and that makes them very unhappy. Because how else will they get laid? They need women to be selfless and not look out for themselves. And that's how losers get access to women they don't deserve. But now we're actually taking care of ourselves and we're prioritizing ourselves and we're getting rid of losers the moment we see their dysfunction because we don't care for projects. We're not their mommies. And they call us a narcissist for that.
Keeps whining about a debate. If you want to come up and debate this, then request and come up, but bring science or facts.
Yeah, we're not.
Stop whining about it in the comments.
Stop whining about your fifis. Side chicks don't matter, right? Short king with no money, eh? Right? Right? Short king
Take,
Anybody know my name?
taking a look at his profile picture, I promise you don't even have a main chick, my guy.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're talking about side chicks.
Notice how they think they can make up rules just because you won't pick a loser. Look at them pathetically attempting to cope with the lack of control they have because they're trying to control you instead of themselves. They don't control themselves, have no self-respect whatsoever, take zero accountability for their own thoughts and emotions. I go into my imagination and I don't like what I think about, and I give myself emotions, and I want women to give me the soother, make me feel better. I need women to make me feel better because I don't take responsibility for what I come up with in my own head. Right? So you poop your pants and you sit on the floor and you wait for a woman to make you feel better. How long are you going to wait for now? Hey, are you embarrassed about yourself? Are you embarrassed for acting like a big baby boy and complaining about where you put yourself? Are you embarrassed about that? Because that's what a big baby boy does. He makes a mess, he sits in his own poop, and then he cries because he's unhappy. Right? Look at the big baby boys complaining about where they put themselves. That's a block and delete, ladies. That's what you do when you see him complain about where he put himself. When he complains about the situation he created for himself, you block and delete him. Because real men don't do that. Real men take accountability. Hi, Diane.
Walt feels really special on TikTok. You see, he keeps saying special on TikTok because he knows he can hide, right? He's hiding under like a fake account, and you know, he's probably talking to us in a way that he would never dare to talk to people in real life, right? You're so special, Walt. Are you only special on TikTok, Walt? Is that why you're here? Because I feel special in every aspect of my life, not just on TikTok, right? But you probably only feel special here.
Look at this guy. He hates himself. He hates himself so much he announces it on TikTok. Ladies, when they tell you who they are, believe them. This is why he's so toxic. He looks in the mirror, doesn't like what he sees.
What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? The other side. You're waiting for somebody to come up and debate, but you're not coming up to debate? So you keep going
Almost
on
back.
and spamming the comments because nobody's debating? What the fuck are you doing? Sorry, what, Ripple?
I said now they're not talking about anything. I muted them.
Okay, good.
Look, somebody came and told us he's a key. Ladies, he told us he's a key. I mean, how big is a key? Like it's pretty small beside a big spoon. My husband's a big spoon, but this guy, he's just a key. He's got a micro. He's got a micro. This key's got a micro.
What's up?
What else?
I'm a guy willing to talk. All the other ones are bitches.
I don't know who this idiot is. Who's that idiot? Look at this guy. He's telling us he's replaceable with $2 because he's low value. What else did he tell us? He told us he's garbage without a woman. Because when you find a key and it doesn't open any locks, you throw it out, don't you? It's garbage without a woman.
So what is this? Okay, so
Anyways, it's a good thing that guy told us he had a micropene so we can block and delete him. It's a good thing he told us he's garbage so we can block and delete him. It's a good thing he told us he's low value so we can block and delete him.
To the guest list, and you can block Joshua. That's who was up before him.
Sure. Block.
No manners. Absolutely no manners. And you all prove the point.
Whose mother are you? Y'all have no manners.
What's her name? Matilda? No, that's you. Wait a second.
That's me. Oh, Diane, did I give you a name? I don't think so.
You need to give me a name.
They said,
Oh yeah.
no.
Oh, we will in Toronto.
Ba, 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 ba. Removal. Block, delete, cleanse, remove. Da-na-na. Block, delete.
I was reading
I
it.
think
I
it's
was like,
yes.
it
I think
makes no sense.
I don't bother reading what they
It's such
say.
a word salad. It's
No,
so
like
amusing.
in 3 words, I'm like, yeah, done. 3 words, and I just delete the rest of it. And I know they put so much thought and energy. They had to delete things and write back, like write it properly because spell check wasn't working, and they put all this time into writing that, and I didn't even read it, and I deleted it. I make them so non-existent. It's so fun. It's so fun. Make them non-existent, ladies. Just block, delete, cleanse, remove. Look at those weak, soft little boys. Soft.
Aka,
Blue
Poon.
Moon.
Yeah.
Right?
Color on you. That is that a dress or is that a top?
It's just a top.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
I got it in 2 colors. The other one is pink and green. You guys like that one too. Would you advise your daughter? Yes, I would advise my daughter to be proud of her body and her sexuality and never let anybody tell her body count matters. I would advise my daughter to be in charge of herself and never let anybody tell her they controlled her. In fact, I would tell her to block anybody who tried to tell her what to do with her own body. I would tell her body count doesn't matter. Your happiness matters. Your satisfaction matters. Your fulfillment matters. If anybody says otherwise, block and delete them.
There's nobody coming up for a debate, Sammy. There's no debate if nobody comes up for a debate with facts and science. So we're having other conversations.
I love it when they report me for being awesome. Being awesome. I know that's why they're reporting me for being awesome.
You are not coming on this panel. You might as well stop requesting. I muted you for a reason.
Question. Threaten with a block and delete. Everything is threatened with a block and delete. This guy with the absolute language, right? Because he thinks he can lie with his words, and we're gonna believe everything he says. I bought the book bundle. Oh, yay! Good, my love. We don't do threats. Yeah, we just follow through. That's all. We say what we mean what we say. We put our money where our mouth is. Don't test us. If we say we're going to block you for being disrespectful, we will block you. Don't test us.
We asshole.
Yeah.
Don't be an asshole.
Right? I made a mosquito repellent today with beer, Epsom salts, and blue mouthwash, and it works.
Sounds horribly disgusting. That sounds like immediately I'm gonna gag.
And it keeps the mosquitoes away.
I just citronella, you know?
I
Citronella plants are the best.
Yeah, I got some citronella candles, but so I'm basically pre-treating the yard with this mouthwash spray just to kind of get them to start, edging away kind of thing.
Have you ever
vision.
Have you ever bought well, hold on. Have you ever bought citronella plants? I'm trying to get you to get citronella plants. You won't regret it.
Soul ties. Oh, look at this. Jameson wants to convince us women that we're fractions, and he tells himself a desperate fairy tale, by the way, that he gets to keep a fraction of a woman anytime she interacts with him because he's so desperate for female attention. He tells himself a fairy tale that he's got a soul tie to her and she's still thinking about him long after they're done because he's got this fairy tale that she's still thinking about him long after they're done. That's what he tells himself, soul ties, because he believes in fairy tales. That's the equivalent of a glass slipper, bro. Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, like, you believe those stories? Like, do you believe those? Because that's what you're telling yourself. The level of fairy tale bullshit you're telling yourself is right up there with Cinderella's slipper. So are you telling me you're that dumb that you believe that kind of fairy tale? Is that what you're telling me? With a straight face? You need to play poker, man. Go play some poker. You might win some dollars, but I'm not falling for it. I don't fall for fairy tales. I don't believe fairy tales. I believe reality. All right? What's it like dying alone because nobody visits you because you're so toxic? What's it like having no visitors in the hospital because nobody visits you because you're so toxic? Ask the nurses and the EMTs. Ask the EMTs who they find rotting in an apartment because nobody knew when they suffered a massive cardiac arrest because nobody visits them because they're so toxic. What's it like being that demographic that's so toxic? Fizzle, fizzle, eh? Projection, right? Gonna die alone. That's you, by the way. That's not women. That's a fact. Fizzle, fizzle. And women are divorcing you, breaking up with you, not even dating you. Lowered rates of marriage, higher rates of divorce, 70% led by women. That's a fact. Fizzle, fizzle. How do you like the truth? How do you like the truth?
Or you argue in the comments section, I'm just going to say that I'm related to that demographic. My uncle passed of a heart attack a few years ago, and they didn't find him for 3 days.
Your fear-mongering lies don't scare us. Women are too smart to listen to you.
Are you here? I want to ask you a question. Darren.
Hi, Summery.
Chantal, I was imagining you in the backyard with your silver disco thingies
Right?
all around you, spraying the yard.
Oh my god.
So this guy doesn't take accountability for his thoughts, emotions, and behaviors because accountability is kryptonite to him. He thinks that we're supposed to support his ego that he doesn't take responsibility for because he thinks we're supposed to make excuses or have some accountability for consensual sexual history and actually enjoying our bodies when this 10-second pump chomp would be the worst thing you ever had, but you got to be accountable for all the sex you enjoyed after he got rejected so much. Right?
Talk to Darren. I wanted to ask him about this accountability. Where's Darren? Come on, Darren.
He
Are you afraid to talk to me?
He wishes it was 10 seconds.
Yes. These guys are very sad. That's why we pick men, because men are amazing. It's bad that you counted people like things. Definitely, that is bad. Looks like you were there to count them like things so that you could count these things and tell yourself this count meant something instead of you just being there for the experience. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Oh, that's what do you want to say?
I think body count does matter because
Oh, wait a second. I didn't realize that was a topic you were here for. So that's the debate topic. I am discussing that in a factual or scientific way only, not an individualized way. Because where did you go? Did you go away? Did I lose you? Are you gone? Oh, hi. Are you back? Hello? Are you here? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Hello?
Major time to ground control.
Can you hear
I'm
me?
here.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So we're not discussing this in an individualized way because, for example, if you thought spinach was yucky and you felt like you never wanted to eat spinach again, does that mean the rest of the world should stop eating spinach? Yes or no?
Well, yeah, that would be anecdotal evidence. That's not what I would be
Exactly. So
presenting.
people's personal preferences don't dictate the rules for the rest of the world. That's why
Definitely
it's not individual.
no.
So,
But there is,
I'm not done. I'm not done. So, a factual or scientific way only, a factual way would be like this. Would you agree this is a spoon?
yes, that is a spoon.
So, a fact is something outside of you and I, readily agreed upon on site because it is so obvious. And then a scientific way is if you wanted to tell me what you found in a scientific study about statistics, biology, psychology, anthropology, whatever. I need to know the title of the peer-reviewed journal, that the study that you found, these words that you want to say. The website is on, page number and paragraph number. I'll go find the words you found before you say them out loud to ensure there's no amplification of lies, fear mongering, or disinformation. Is that fair?
Okay, yes.
Okay, so facts or science? What did you want to bring?
Facts from the National Survey of Family
That
Growth.
sounds like a science. So you have the title
Science.
of the peer-reviewed study. The website is on, page number and paragraph number, correct?
Yes.
What's the title of the peer-reviewed study?
Premarital sex and divorce.
And the website that it's on?
The website is IF.
Oh, IFS? IFS? I need you to go up. Do you know what an address bar is?
Yes, it's ifstudies.org.
Yes. Do you know what an address bar is on a website? Do you know what that is?
Yes, that's where you put the
The
URL.
browser, that's right. I want you to go take a look at the address bar. You're going to see the word blog in there because you're on a religious website reading a blog post. That's not a peer-reviewed study. Do you have something else?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, what? Title? You don't seem prepared. Did you want to come back?
I'm just pulling up the title.
Okay, but also website, page number, paragraph number, right? You're going to have page number and paragraph number, or do you need more time?
It's onlinelibrary.wiley.com. This is not a blog.
And what is the title of the peer-reviewed study?
Journal of Marriage and Family.
That's the title of the peer-reviewed study?
It's not a study.
I was just going to say
No,
that.
premarital sex, I mean, you're not even letting anyone debate or state anything.
I'm letting you
Whining.
debate. I want you to be prepared. Are you not prepared? It seems like you're not prepared, but you're angry at me because you're not prepared.
We're fully letting you speak. We're asking you for the name of the information. You cut yourself off.
Yes,
What's the name of the
I've given you
This
two
number.
sources. I gave you two.
Number.
No,
I gave
you didn't. No, you didn't. You gave
Hold
us
on.
IFS, which is not a valid source, right? It's a blog post from a right-wing religious organization. That's not an objective peer-reviewed study. Then you gave us the name of a journal, which is not a study. Give us a study. You're the one who's making it difficult.
We want the name of the actual study. That's what we want. So we can look at the study.
Like we're here You're here to debate, but give us the information. Give us the science.
I have 3 facts, so my body count does not matter. I am prepared for my part of the debate. Are you prepared for your part of the debate?
Yeah, it sounds like you guys are not willing to debate, and you're just going to shut down your
Just don't
sources.
have any evidence. You have nothing to back up your opinion. You have no debate, bro.
Now, I have facts. I have 3 facts. Do you have facts or science?
You should be thankful All I'm doing is viewing you.
Science includes facts. I'm not
No,
sure why you're
if
making a
you're bringing
differentiation
science,
between those two.
listen, if you're bringing science, title of the peer review study you read, the website you found it on, the page number and paragraph number where you read the words in a scientific study. So provide those 4 pieces of information to prove you did some reading.
Okay. Let's do it.
We agreed to this when we started. She laid out the terms, and
Okay.
you're like,
All
"Yeah,
right.
absolutely, you agreed."
Judge,
And
stop.
now, yeah, please stop. Now, when it comes to actually like backing that up, now you have an issue with the terms.
Me, you won't even let me speak.
We're trying. We want title,
Online,
website, page
online
number, paragraph
library,
number.
online
Website,
library.
page number, paragraph number.
Oh my gosh, you are insane.
Bye, loser. Goodbye, loser. All you're doing is complaining.
All you have is a high body count.
0. Like all the rest. Like all the rest. I'm going to complain that you want facts. I'm going to complain you want facts. Dude, just because you're complaining that we want facts doesn't mean we stopped wanting facts.
Who just joined the panel says it's like she doesn't agree with your evidence. She won't let you talk.
Okay.
What evidence, Huckleberry? There was no evidence. He brought nothing. We were
Huckleberry.
asking him for it, and he wasn't bringing anything.
Huckleberry, you have evidence. You have evidence, obviously. No? What? Hello? Huckleberry, do you have evidence?
His bars.
Okay. I heard him laughing. He has
He's laughing because he's a joke.
Hi.
Speaking.
Hi.
Hello.
Sorry, I actually didn't mean to join this, but I agree with all of you guys. It seemed like you came very unprepared for this argument, and I think it is disingenuous to say that he's being, or that you guys are being nitpicky. That's what you're here for. So I apologize. I came in and
No, it's okay. People butt down me all the time.
I was actually trying to mute that dude because I was annoyed by him, but this is an interesting debate.
That's cute. We appreciate you. Thank you for being
It's
here.
your mistake is fine because these little boys in the comment, they need to hear from men who don't care. So
Yeah, I feel like that is a thing. It's the hey, you're not allowing me to talk, but it's like you've been given a platform, respect the platform, and give what's asked. If you don't do that, then you're not prepared, you're not ready, you're not giving what's asked.
I do believe that I give them adequate space to speak the 4 pieces of information or give me something other than I think, I feel, my opinion, my experience. Give me something outside of them, right? Like I say, just because you don't like spinach doesn't mean I need to stop eating spinach.
Facts.
Have you been watching me for a while, my love?
I just stumbled across your page just now.
Oh, you want to have some fun?
I mean, I guess I'm in it now.
Yeah, okay, hold on. hold on. So, first of all, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Chantal Hyde. I've written 11 books and 3 workbooks on dating and relationships. If you Google, if you're moving around,
Sorry.
if you Google who is Canada's best dating coach, you're probably going to see my name.
Oh yeah.
Looky Loo, that's me. I've been in business for 10 years. I'm actually having a 10-year celebration in Niagara Falls at the Fallsview Marriott on October 25th. It's going to be this big party, like I'm decorating like it's a wedding. It's going to be so beautiful.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I have a wedding planner who's like my event planner. He's on TikTok. He's super sassy.
They usually are. I used to be a DJ, and my experiences with them was like they're very on top of everything and very sassy just because of the business.
Yeah. So I teach people to pick the right person for a long-term relationship. The right person loves you more than dysfunction. So women picking a man who loves her more than dysfunction, men picking a woman who loves him more than dysfunction. And then when you make that very functional selection, you then choose functional behaviors. So you can have a zero fight, zero argument relationship because you are on point when it comes to communication and conflict resolution. When you have this wonderful home filled with love, friendship, respect, communication, shared goals and timelines, appreciation, laughter, affection every single day. If you have children in this home, there's no fighting, there's no arguing, there's no abuse, there's no toxicity, meaning they're raised in an evolved household. They become evolved people who will only pick evolved people because people who've never been abused don't pick abusive people, nor are they abusive people to other people.
I agree with that.
So the right person is never controlling, insecure, stuck in the past, or PP obsessed, but those people are very easily identified when they ask, what's your body count?
Also agree with that.
The right person takes control of their thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. They never try to convince you to reduce yourself before they met you, so that when they ask you what your body count is, you automatically give them a low number without them having to do the inner work on their own triggers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I do. Any questions?
I've never been a part of a community that asked the body count.
Yeah.
So for me to see it being asked all the time is really strange.
Yeah. But there's a lot of people running around the internet going, body count definitely matters, just like they're trying to convince other people of that, and I'm the antidote to that poison.
Mm-hmm.
I bring reality.
I like it.
And it doesn't just happen to women, it happens to men. I know because it happened to me.
So I tell men and women to instantly block and delete people who ask us, in essence, did you let me control you before I met you? The answer is a resounding no. So I'm a life coach. I niche in dating and relationships. I love solving problems. Is there anything I can help you with while you're here?
At what point do you disengage with that toxicity? Is it you have a hard cutoff, or is there a level of grace that you extend to people who may not have that experience that you do?
We give them what I call the void. So the void is the removal of our time, our attention, our focus. They now have time to go get therapy because we're not occupying their time. And we're not going to give them grace because that's us providing therapy that they're not even desiring.
I agree with that.
Yeah. So my 85% of my audience is women. What I say to women is their dysfunction is not your distraction. Your focus is your mental health, your emotional well-being, your goals, your ambitions, your work ethic, your financial responsibility, your ability to create your empire and go forward in life and achieve everything you can achieve. But when they bring you dysfunction, you remove them because their dysfunction will not distract you from your well-being. So no, we don't provide grace, we provide the void. And if they're tired of the void, they can go get therapy and fix themselves and come back complete human beings that are at our level instead of us wasting our time with people who are not at our level.
I guess my question more is like, is that a part of the journey that they have to experience entirely on their own, or is it something that you get to decide, like, I can go with you in this thing?
So, what exactly are you saying? Like, are women supposed to send them to go travel the journey on their own, or are women supposed to take them under our wing and help them on the journey? Is that the question?
I mean, I would say not under the wing because that for me implies like a lack of responsibility, and there is like a level of responsibility that you can have, or a feeling of accountability that you can have to your own thing, but lack the presence and ability to do it for yourself, and you need people to co-collaborate in that environment so
Yes.
that you can achieve that.
So it's not the woman's job to co-create. It's
Mhm.
for him to go find groups that are run by males that are teaching males how to be better males and co-create in that group while women focus on their well-being and their advancements instead of spending time trying to help somebody co-create themselves into a better person. They can go get the help they want. It's their responsibility to go seek it out like an addicted person. It's their responsibility to go seek out the AA location and go show up for meetings, right?
Yeah.
So if your behaviors are not getting you what you want, in other words, if your toxicity means you're getting blocked and deleted, then you should be seeking out your AA location and showing up to meetings instead of wanting us to spend our time hosting the meetings. That's not our job.
I agree with that to a point. I think that if there's a place where you like my brothers, right? There's a familial sense of community, and then we're trying to keep each other in check on these individual things. I don't think that you need a partner to co-regulate those activities, or but getting experience, the relevant experience outside of that is difficult without the failure that can exist, right? Like you can't know anything about dating if you haven't dated.
Sure, but it's not a woman's job to suffer, right? Because
Mhm.
if she's suffering him, she's turning to her friends, going, "He's such an asshole. He did it again.
Oh yeah.
He was inconsistent again, inconsiderate again, disrespectful again, lazy again." Why should a woman suffer?
I'm more talking
Like,
about like the more middle things. Like I think there's a level of dysfunction that can exist. I think I exist on a level of dysfunction that
Sure, but
doesn't have much to do with
you're not asking women to commit to someone's dysfunction and suffer their
no,
dysfunction, are you?
no, not at all. But I think that there's just like I said, where there's an environment where you can learn. My previous ex, she had kids, and I learned a lot from that experience. And there's no way that I could have learned any of that experience without having that. Uh,
it's not about being dysfunctional. That's you, like, yeah, we learn things from other people. That's not the conversation.
no,
Like,
no,
we're
I'm saying
talking
that
about,
they're
we're
relevant
saying that, like,
dysfunctions
if
that I
your
have.
brother, what we're saying is that, let's say your brother is like having toxic behaviors because of whatever he's dealing with. There's like, why would a woman have to choose him because he's working on himself is his if his behavior is still toxic? Like, I'm a fairly healthy person. I still work on myself every day. Chantal works on herself. I know
Mhm.
Ripple works on herself. I think Dread works on himself too. We all work on ourselves, but we're not like toxic people to the people that we're with. Like, I'm not, I, it's not okay to say that people should just be okay with people who are working on themselves who are still being toxic.
What the main thing that Chantel was talking about, or excuse me, that you had originally brought up that we kind of got off topic a little bit was with the whole body count thing. It's all about bodily autonomy. The whole reason why Chantel doesn't have, there's no grace, there's no um, allowing time or space for people who care about body count is because it's those people are basically saying they don't agree, they don't. agree with bodily autonomy. And so there's no grace for anyone in our inner circle like that. If you don't, if you try to take someone else's bodily autonomy away from them, you're an automatic block and delete. There is no grace for that.
Oh,
Either you
100%.
agree
I
with
agree
that,
with that.
yeah, like there's just some things like there's a hard boundary on, and that's one of them. So
Oh yeah,
that's
I was meaning
why.
more in the version of the community that I exist in. I exist on a fringe of dysfunction where there's a level of familial dysfunction that I inherited that I'm working out and into something more positive. But there's a there's sometimes a hard line between some people where it's like, oh, if you're on the fringe of dysfunction, you're not prepared for it. And it's like I could be prepared for it if I was able to be inside of those groups where that dysfunction isn't tolerated or it's met with some level of, and I use grace just because I came up in the Christian culture. Like, it's not something that's a part of me now. It's still part of my vocabulary. Um, where
What's an example? What's an example of your dysfunction? I want to know what you're talking about. What's an
I,
example of the dysfunction that you think you should be given grace for?
I wouldn't say grace for. I think that there's like a collaboration. So I'm bad with money. I've always been
Just,
bad
I'm
with
using
money.
your own words. I'm using your own words. You
Oh
just
yeah, I'm
said
not
that
trying to
you.
argue the wording. I'm saying so like my dysfunction is being bad with money. I've been a graphic artist for
And you think
20
a
years.
woman should get in a relationship and show grace to somebody who's financially irresponsible? Is that what you're saying?
Not at all. But I think that there's environments where I've been in where there's been shame, which contributed to that dysfunction, and then there's been acceptance where I learned more from, oh, this is a dysfunction, and this isn't something should be ashamed of. It's something I should work into. So existing on like
Environment from friends or or like partnerships that you had.
both.
Because
Family.
I can understand like having friends and friends having grace and being willing to kind of like teach you better ways. But as a partnership, like that's something I have, worked on financial responsibility, and I cannot be with someone who's financially irresponsible because it will only frustrate me.
Oh yeah, and I think that that's like, again, there's no, I'm not saying that that person has to choose. I'm saying that there is a choice. There's people that exist. I use it as climbing a mountain, right? And there's people that can help because they've been in the situation before, or they've been in that dysfunction before, and then they climbed out and they have a way of doing it, a path that they've seen.
But then go to a financial planner. This is what we're trying to say. It's not your partner's job to fix that for you,
Oh, I'm not saying, I'm
right?
not putting it on my question is not saying like I think that it should be put on, I think that responsibility should be this. I'm asking like for the people that exist on that fringe who are trying and going in through those processes, like is there a place for them or they exist
Oh,
in that entirely by themselves and they only get out once they exit that dysfunction?
That depends. Are you around dysfunction on a daily basis?
No.
Good.
the answer
Let's
is
start.
no. I don't advise women get into a relationship with somebody who is dysfunctional sometimes. I
Hmm.
advise women get into a relationship with somebody who is at her level. So her level of financial responsibility, her level of work ethic. If you are not at her level, you don't deserve a relationship with her because you're not working enough at what you are doing to be at her level and you're going to drag her down. She can't accomplish as much because of your irresponsibility and it's not fair.
Oh yeah, I don't disagree with that.
And if I may quote one of Chantel's book titles, before you fix that shit, you need to fix your shit.
Yes.
I know I'm in the same boat with you.
Chantal, what if it's 'cause I kind of feel like I understand like what space he's talking about. Like if he were in a relationship with somebody, and maybe you're not talking about this, so correct me if I'm wrong, but maybe you're in a relationship with somebody who is also kind of not that great with money. like, and you're learning together. I don't know. Or you're dragging each other down. It could go either way. You could ruin each other financially, possibly.
Yeah.
So the
It,
thing is, we remember this is a war, right? And so I'm teaching you to fight a war. I'm not teaching you to be soft. I'm not teaching you to sit down. I'm teaching you to stand up, put the gear on, and fight, which means we have to be strong, we have to be powerful, we have to be decisive. So I love that my husband put up with 10 years of fighting with me. I learned so much in that environment. I learned to take more control of my thoughts, my emotions, my confidence, my own behaviors, the words coming out of my mouth. I learned to do that eventually, but it's not fair that he suffered for so long. And in hindsight, people shouldn't have to go through that. So I don't teach go through the suffering. I teach eyes wide open and being decisive.
I get that. I think more for me it's looking at that part of the relationship and saying that the dysfunction existed and it existed for 10 years, but you're at this place now where you're now able to help people. And that bit of suffering for both of you and for the rest of the other people that you're teaching was necessary, and it now produced something good out of it. So
It's part of my, listen, I'm a teacher.
mhm.
I had to suffer through my mom being abusive. I had to suffer through myself being abusive. I had to suffer through almost losing the best relationship I ever had because of all of that history catching up with me now that I'm finally in a healthy relationship. All of this is the lessons that I had to learn to be the teacher that I am today. I had to walk this journey to be so effective. But I'm not going to sit here and teach people to do such a long, arduous journey. I'm going to use that journey to teach people how to not suffer anymore.
If Chantal's husband, right, 18 years ago had come to Chantal and talked to Chantal about Chantal, right? Like Chantal would have said, you know, she's not a 12 out of 12 because she was being insecure and and there were these issues. She would have uh, uh, counseled him against her. But right? But the thing is, so they had their journey, they broke up, came back together. The point is that she eventually figured out herself and was tired of her own bullshit and fixed herself. But you can't count on somebody doing that and hoping. That's what we call, you know, living in the castle in the sky. I've done that. I've been with men who were like, and I have friends who've done the same thing. They're with men who are broken or who have shit to fix, and they're like, "Oh, I'm going to fix it," or "I'm working on it," and they don't. And then the woman ends up holding the bag because he's gone on because he's not fixing his shit, right? You can't live for the promise that something might get better because you don't know that it will.
Yeah, I agree with that. I would say that this is the same reason I don't date girls who do drugs. Like that level of dysfunction is too much for me to inherit.
Right, but that's a great example. Like, I mean, we could flip the argument on you and say, well, why don't you just be with them and help them do better, right? Like, we would never say that to you.
Oh yeah, that wasn't really what I was saying. What I was saying is that there's when I have been in therapy, there's a place where I asked my therapist, I was like, hey, like, I know that there's no healing that I can actually have. All of the parts that I've healed outside of my previous relationship, I don't know if they're healed outside of a relationship. Like there is no fight to be had if there's no enemy. If that makes any sense.
I don't think anybody's telling you. I guess I'm not sure where we are anymore in this conversation. Like, nobody's telling you not to be, that you can't be in a relationship. We're just teaching people to have standards
Oh yeah.
and boundaries, right? So you can make a list of everything, all the qualities you believe you are now, and say this is what I want now, right? Or you can use her list of character traits or whatever you want to use, and go date. you know, but if you have something that's super dysfunctional, then we would advise women to not date you if you're dysfunctional. But that's what the whole vetting period is for, is to get to know each other. We're not
Yeah.
telling you can't date because you're not, you know, like that's not what we're doing.
The point Diane's trying to make is that we never ever romanticize dysfunction.
Uh-huh.
You made a good point, X. What's your name? Sorry, I don't know what
Right.
to call you.
Zero.
Oh, Zero. Okay.
Yeah.
You made a good point, and this is something that I had to learn, and Chantal has talked about before, is that there are things that are not going to be triggered in you until you're in a relationship, and she is phenomenal at coaching couples or even just one person in the relationship through that. But yeah, you're absolutely right. That is a fact. There are things sometimes that you're not going to find out about yourself until you're in a relationship, and then you're going to have to learn how to deal with it in a functional way.
Yeah. Because that was my like.
So, and here's the thing.
That's why I say I exist on a fringe. Like it's for what I would think is a fringe.
So,
Like there's a level of dysfunction that I still have that I'm still working towards. And then being inside of environments where that dysfunction isn't necessarily tolerated would be healthy for me. But I hesitate to get into those places because the shame around my dysfunction, or what I would call my dysfunction.
Can I say Zero? And I really don't like calling you Zero.
Oh, it's okay. You can call me Rob. It's fine.
Rod? What?
Rob. ROB.
Rod. Okay, that's much better than Zero. I have a feeling that you're probably being more. I think you're probably being more hard on yourself than you need to be. Is my sense. Oh, Rob. Okay. But also, listen, I do energy healing work. I go live at 8:30. I would love to help you with this if you want help unpacking this, because like you bringing up the shame is so toxic. It's really damaging, and shame keeps you in the cycle that you are trying to, like, that you're ashamed of. Shame keeps you in that cycle, and we think that it makes us wiser somehow, but it keeps you stuck in it. So if you want to unpack that, I'd love to help you with that.
Sure. 8:30. Is that
Just follow me. I'll be on at 8:30. I do Sunday through Thursday evening. So you can come any evening, come close to 8:30, because if I don't have anybody to work with by 9:15, I usually log off.
okay?
But yeah, I think
Yes.
I have a feeling you're being more hard on yourself than you really need to be.
I struggle with the line. Like I said, I grew up in a very Christian household, so everything had a shame element to it, and I'm trying to redefine what that line is for myself and for how I see the world. But it is,
You were raised to believe that you were born in sin, that you were born sinful and terrible. That it is something you need to unpack and deconstruct. Absolutely.
oh yeah,
That shit is really bad for you.
it's a lot of fun at night.
And it's 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, depending on what time zone you're on.
yeah, so in a half hour.
Oh, okay. I have both clocks on, but I work sometimes in Arizona, and then I live in Ohio, so I work in Ohio too. So I have both clocks up. Okay. So I didn't mean to hijack the conversation, guys. I appreciate everyone's input, though.
Yeah. We love these conversations because people learn from this. Mm-hmm. Face the religious shit. Yeah. It's funny because I had a friend who was raised religious. Like, he married young to have sex because you weren't allowed to have sex unless you were married. Like, that fundamental, really heavy duty Christian religion. And he's had to deconstruct his religious upbringing and all of the shame that he's experienced. And when he did a psychedelic, one of those healing trips like ayahuasca, but just a different substance, the voice that he heard when he kind of broke into his subconscious, it was a super loud voice that said, "I am so ashamed of you," and he had to do a lot of work to like undo that voice inside of himself.
Yeah, it is the biggest struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a cousin that went the opposite route. He could have been a better person, but he chose purity culture because no one around him wanted to speak to him.
That sucks. That makes sense though. Like leading into a culture that already provides where you feel safe.
And me and him have a boundary, and I set that firm boundary that I'm not here for your sermon, so don't preach to me.
Do you feel like you have low self-esteem? Do you have a very negative self-talk in your head?
Yeah. Well, it's less negative self-talk and more. It's just the feeling. So I don't have. I do have the thing where I like have a narrator in my head, but that narrator doesn't like expose the shame. It's more like the direct, deep feelings of shame that exist. You know.
Do you like books?
Oh yeah, I'm a book person. But I like audiobooks because I work in art all day, so I have to speed through all.
Do you like workbooks?
Yeah. Glow up.
I recommend my latest release. This is the Glow Up. This is
Okay.
so. This is biohacking your brain inside of 60 days to increase your self-esteem and reduce your negative self-talk.
Is it Audible?
On Audible. Do not look for them on Audible.
This one, no, I have no books on Audible. My 2 audiobooks are No More Assholes and Fix That Shit. This is a workbook, my love. This is 60 days that are guided by me. You're going to do something and you're going to write something every day for 60 days, but I tell you what to do and I tell you what to write, so you don't have to come up with it. But if you do this book over 60 days, over the course of 60 days, you're going to change your brain structure. So I'm all about being efficient and effective. When I work with people, like all the work that I have people do, my motto is I make it easy. I speak in plain English, but I use science and I biohack your body to increase the speed of development.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. So if you wanted to change your brain structure, this is the book that's going to do it in 60 days.
I already added it to my Amazon cart. I'll get it tomorrow when I get actually paid.
So I host this live stream Monday to Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and I'm consistent to give you the opportunity to come back and tell me what you think.
Okay.
The societal aspect relating to body count. We don't care about the societal aspect because we are individuals and society will not control me. Society will not control my environment. Society will not control my selection of who stands in my inner circle. I do. So when I am confident, I don't care what society thinks. I make decisions that align with my mental health, my emotional well-being, my goals and ambitions. And I tell society to take a hike because society isn't living my life. I'm living my life. And I'll do it my way.
But if you want society to live your life, ask them if they can pay your bills.
Oh, So I've been making lots of ice. I've been making lots and lots of ice.
Ice, baby.
So I've got an ice making routine now for the rest of the week. Twice a day, I'm making big ice cubes. So I got big square ones.
They're huge. Okay.
I got 2 round molds and 2 square molds, and in 12 hours they freeze solid. So in the morning and before bed, I take the ice and I make another ice cube. And then these suckers take 4 hours. So morning, afternoon, evening, so 3 times a day, I'm making little ice cubes. People who buy ice are people who don't plan ahead. And I'm also making, in addition to that, I'm also making a ton of ice to go into the buckets and stuff to keep drinks cool. So I'm an ice making machine this week. We will kill in Snowball. That feeling knows. Be very damaging.
This is a bad time for me to forget the bottle of scotch that I was supposed to buy.
I did my scotch. I bought whiskey and vodka and tequila. And then I also got all like this variety pack of like mixed drinks. Maybe it'll be good. I don't know.
I had a bottle of Screech a while ago. It's pretty good.
Fireball. I think I'm gonna get. I forgot. My friend, she loves Fireballing. I think I'm gonna get a bottle of Fireball too.
It's disgusting.
I know. But whatever.
I used to love Fireball.
I was gonna
Maybe
say I used
that's
to like it. I used to like
maybe
it, but it's
that's
so
why I
trashy.
hate it now. Yeah, when I was high class white trash, now I've grown up and I only drink tequila. I only drink top shelf tequila, actually.
Just stay clear of Everclear.
You're an alcoholic if you drink Everclear. You know you've hit rock bottom if you drink Everclear.
What is Everclear? What kind of alcohol is that?
Everclear is a story where you wake up in the middle of a field with no pants, a shirt, and a whole lot of regret.
Oh my goodness. Is that a whiskey? What?
Yeah, I've never.
It's just like it's like pure alcohol. It's literally one of the purest alcohols that you can get. You can light it on fire.
Okay.
It's moonshine, yes.
It's not,
It's like
but it's not as good as moonshine. Is it moonshine?
it's like drinking lighter fluid. It's considered moonshine, yes.
Ugh.
It's like drinking lighter fluid.
I have lighter fluid. Everclear alcohol percentage. Let's go. 190 proof, 95%. Okay, for the record, for people who don't know, all your regular alcohols, your vodka, your gin, your tequila, it's 40%. This shit is 95%. Yeah.
And you know you have a problem if you're drinking Everclear.
Okay, oh, you can also get 75% if you want a good tamer.
No, they have a problem.
It's
If
illegal
they're
to
drinking
sell.
Everclear.
It's illegal to sell in many states in the US. Can be lethal, should not be consumed in shooters, and should not be ingested straight. Tamer for the weekdays?
Tell that to Gen Z who've been making TikTok videos drinking Everclear, like straight Everclear.
Store bought moonshine. Oh my. It's rough. Limoncello. Potent. Sheesh. Sheesh. I like Fireball at Coke. Oh, Jack and Fire.
Haven't drank Everclear. I have. I was young. I needed a drink. It's like waking up with a whole lot of regret.
Since I've started taking my medicines, I've only drank twice, maybe 3 times in like whatever, it's been like 3 months now. Yeah, I have no desire to drink. Except for when I go eat Mexican food. That's when I want to have my tequila because I like my tequila and it tastes good with the food. It's a good combo.
So I spent like 6 months in Mexico City, and you order tequila with like a hot sauce kind of thing, and they sip tequila, sip a little sauce, sip a little tequila, and tequila is like a sipping drink. It's a scotch for them. And it was really kind of cute because I was out somewhere and somebody poured the tequila and gave everybody their glasses, and somebody who didn't know just went, nope. And I was like, no, dude, you're supposed to sip your tequila.
Yeah, that's what I do. I sip it. Yep. And people, when I do that in the States, they're like, you don't want anything in it? I'm like, no, I just want tequila on ice.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Do you like the sweet tequilas or?
Yeah, clear tequilas, Blanco. What's the name of the other one? I'm having a brain fart. My brain is actually shutting down because I'm tired.
Oh my goodness. You know what, guys? I'm actually gonna go. I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna head out for the night, but I'll be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. Guys, hit the follow button. I'm gonna able
Quick question.
Diane.
Quick
Yeah.
question for you. Are you doing gift bags for the event in October?
I don't have a plan for it. Why? What are you thinking?
Okay. Well, I could have put my book in there if you wanted, but not a big deal.
If you wanted to bring copies for people, absolutely, I would fully support that.
Okay, maybe I'll bring a box, and if anybody wants some, they can have one.
Okay. All right.
Sounds good. Thank you. Good
Just-
night. Good night, everybody.
Just a little sidebar before everyone goes. Terramana tequila is awesome.
Where you buy that? Is it okay?
It's the Rock. It's the Rock's brand of tequila.
Oh, is that right? Okay. Diane, have a good live stream tonight, my love. Ellie,
I love you.
we love you. Is that a butt dial? All right, so I'm going to do a book walkthrough, lovelies. Don't forget, you can come back 6 p.m. Eastern time. There's always a link in my bio to help you know which channel I'm on in case I ever switch platforms. You can get my paperbacks on Amazon. I've got ebook bundle deals, audiobooks as well. Everything you want is in the link in my bio, including a free book and free guides for singles and couples. So in order, Comeback Queen helps you heal faster from a breakup or divorce. No more staying stuck in pain. You can actually speed up that healing process, and I make it so super easy to do so. No More Assholes. This is my dating book for women. This teaches you observation before selection, the no kissing for 3 months dating methodology. No More Assholes is also in Spanish. After the first kiss makes your new relationship rock solid because you were doing everything right from day one. Fix That Shit helps you unpack that baggage that you're dragging with you that gets triggered in a relationship. No more vomiting. So this is Fix That Shit for women. This is Fix That Shit for men. The free dating book in the link in my bio is Fake Love Need Not Apply. Oh, it sure does matter to losers, Thomas, because you got to be hella dumb to be that controlling, insecure, stuck in the past, and PP obsessed. Are you ran through, Thomas? You look at a female, you run straight through her to male genitalia, because as soon as you look at a female, you think about a boy's kahunas, don't you? Here we go. Fake Love Need Not Apply. Here, I'm gonna reduce this loser to ashes. Block, delete. Look at him die. See that? Fake Love Need Not Apply. How to identify and safely remove posers, losers, scammers, and predators. Men, by the way, this is free. in honor of the losers, men who want to heal faster from a breakup or divorce and want to select the right long-term partner going forward, your book is the perfect play. This is for teens, Dating 101, understanding the drives, behaviors, and emotions we call love. Let's get this for the teens because, listen, these toxic males are looking for naive, uneducated, uninformed people, and it's not us anymore. It is your teens coming on up. So make sure you don't leave them out to dry so they get preyed on by these predators. Say yes to goodness. 10 steps for a complete happy you can help you evolve your happiness in 10 separate areas of your life. Custom-made is career coaching. You're going to identify and monetize your purpose, passion, and talent. Which would you recommend for after my husband filed my divorce? Comeback queen, baby. Comeback queen. Make your comeback after a divorce or a breakup. Let's go. We speed up the healing process, baby. We speed it up. If you need to work on your self-esteem, that is the Glow Up Journal, a 60-day journey of writing and doing designed to biohack your brain and expedite your healing process faster. If you've ever been abused, make sure you do the 60-day journey so that you are never, ever abused again, because abusive people require your low self-esteem. So if you increase your self-esteem, you will never fall for it again. I have these 3 workbooks. I have bonus material. There's the Fix That Shit for Men workbook. You're welcome, my love. The Fix That Shit for Women workbook. By the way, link in bio to get your paperbacks on Amazon. And the No More Assholes workbook. So use all the buttons in the link in my bio. Get yourself a ticket to my Niagara Falls event on October 25th. Come in person or come virtually. It is a full day. Big day, big full day. We're doing all of Saturday. That gives you Friday, Sunday to go explore the falls. You even have a couple breaks in between what we're doing so that you can cross the street to the Niagara Falls, because that's where we're going to be, right across the street. It's going to be so amazing, you guys. Partner with a high body count. Is it wrong to feel disgusted at the idea of a woman enjoying her own body? Listen, if you like boys, just say so. We know your G-spot is in your bum. Okay? This dude is a super spreader because, yes, what's your body count? Instead of asking for testing from the doctor. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the super spreader right here. He's going to ask for a number, which is no facts, instead of asking for facts, which is recent testing from the doctor. When you meet one of these super spreaders, instant block and delete. They will endanger your life, ladies. He imagines her with all the guys because when he looks at a female, he thinks about male genitalia. And he thinks us women need to take responsibility for his imagination. He's a ran-through male. He uses women to run straight through to think about boys' peepees. And he thinks we need to take accountability for his imagination and his emotions that he gets because of his thoughts over things that aren't currently happening because he's mentally ill. Mentally ill people don't take responsibility for their own thoughts and emotions. Right? So it's okay for all the guys that's inside your girl, right? In the past, he's thinking about all those boys' pee-pees. Right? He looks at the girl and thinks about the boys because he's pee-pee obsessed. Did you see that, ladies? The pee-pee obsessed ones will never look at you and see you. The pee-pee obsessed one will look at you and only see boy genitalia. Now, ladies, if you're not looking for a male who only thinks about boy genitalia every time he looks at you, don't pick this pee-pee obsessed boy. He needs to go get therapy. Sacred or respected. He has no self-respect, ladies. Look at him. Think about those boys over and over again. His religion told him it was wrong to like boys. His culture said it was wrong to like boys. So he's going to pick a lady and imagine the boys. Because that's all he's going to think about, ladies, every time he looks at you. Defiled. That's what he calls consensual sexual history that you enjoy, ladies, because he doesn't like women. Ladies, when you enjoy your own body, it's a sin. You're a criminal. You've defiled yourself. You have zero self-respect because he wishes he was you with the boys. Remember? He wishes he was you being with those boys, because when he looks at you, he thinks about the boys because he wishes he was the girl. And that's what you do, ladies, with the loser who can't stop thinking about boys. He's so pee-pee obsessed. All right, my loves. Bye.